But still, I know this is not easy to follow yet. So that we have a simple workshop from now. Let's go through what kind of data type we have. So data type, we already know data type. We already know what data type means, right? We have like integer, we have string, and we have float, and we have booleans. So data type is basically the kind of data a variable can hold. Right? In Python, variables don't need a type declaration. Python will figure it out for you. Like, for example, in case of C++ or something else, when you use a data, in Python, there's something like this: a equals 3, which means a will have a value of 3. But in C++ or something else, you need to do something like this. Integer, I will declare integer a, and integer a will have a value 3, right? But when you write integer is, let's say, text, it will have an error because a is already declared as integer, right? This is how our low-level language works. But in Python, you don't need to worry about it. A is 3. Okay, now a is integer. And if you just write a is text, then Python will forget about this a equals to 3, and a will have a value text. It's sometimes easy, sometimes it's much simple, but sometimes when you make a complex code, if you make mistake of using same variable for 2 different data types, then yeah, things gonna be really complicated, and you will have a big bug that you need to solve over several hours sometimes. So why does it matter? Why does this data type why do you need to know the data type? Because they determine what you can do with the variable. So if it's a string, you only can use functions or any method for string. And if the variable is like float, then you can use it with the float related functions. And it is also about how memory is going to be used. For example, in case of integer will use much less memory space compared to float. So when you don't need float actually, just stick to integer. Don't say like a equals 10.0. Just use a equals 10. Then if that's enough, stick with integer. And it will help you to avoid the bugs when you write code. But I don't understand this part. I got this from a training course of Python, but still I don't get this part. So what kind of data types do we have? First, we have integer, and which is a whole number, x equals 42. We have float, which is decimal numbers. I'm really sorry about that. Today is not my best English day at all. And pi equals 3.1415, etc., right? We have a string, and name is Bob, right? You always need quotation mark. You always need quotation mark. If you have quotation mark with a number, Python will take it as a string, right? And we have a bool, which is boolean, true or false, nothing but just true or false. Sometimes you can just use 1 or 0. 0 will become false, and 0 will become false, and 1 will become true. That's another way you can use it. And we have known type. Known type means nothing, just empty. That's a known type. Why do you use it? When you go through data, you will find known data or not existing data a lot. So definitely we need to define it sometimes, and then we need to make sure that non-type data doesn't exist, or we need to deal with this non-type data at some point. So we need to remember those are the main data types that we are going to use from basic Python. So here is a simple example. Let's say x equals 10, which means which explains x becomes 10 with integer number. name is Alice, right? Pi is 3.14 and Easton is true. And remember this on the bar. Sorry. And then we will print it out. This is an example that we are going to go through. Okay. Let's go to our collab. Again, to create a new collab, go to your wherever Google Drive, wherever the folder you want. Sorry, Uni, you want to say something?
Oh yeah. So should we then all like create a new collab? Is that the...
Oh, it doesn't matter. You can create a new one or you can use the existing one. Doesn't matter. But just for someone who forgot how to create the new collab, you can go to Google Drive and click right click and then go all the way down to more and then click Google Collaboratory.
Can you raise your hand if you have a collab open already? Yeah. Great.
Do we have everyone now?
We got 9 raised hands. 11.
Please raise your hand. Let's sum up.
$16 of us. If you aren't able to open the Google Colab, then please put it on the chat so that I can help you. Meanwhile, should we move on?
Sure.
Yeah, thank you. You can put your hands down now. Thank you.
As Uni said, if you have any trouble with collab, please talk to Uni and she will help you. So first, we are going to change the name of this collab to week 2. Priyami, what do you mean?
Yeah, hi. So actually, it's
Hello,
like last week's class. I guess this is a continuation of last week's class. I don't have a link to open this page.
So yeah, okay. Uni, can you help her?
Yeah, I'll do that.
No problem. Yeah, she will help you. So we will go through this, and then when Priyani came back, I will explain her during the break time. Okay. So we go to collab, and then we will do the exercise. The first exercise, I need to see. So we want to define X, or we want to declare X with an integer value 10. We want to declare name with string name. Let's use your name, okay? And then we want to define pi as 3.14, and then we want to define Easton with true, okay? We will go through one by one. X is 10, right? Enter. The name is with quotation marks, 성인. Thank you. Is it enough? And pi equals 3.14. And then the last one is underbar don equals 2. And then we will try the comment out. Now we are going to print one on one, basically display to your screen, one by one. Print X, then print name, print pi, print is done. When you want to run it, you can Shift Enter. Yeah, it asks always. Flat authorized more than 100 times, but it's still asking. So do we have the same result here, except the name? If you have any trouble in printing this, let us know. Great, fantastic. Everyone is doing really well. Now let's try something different. Now let's assign anyone's name in this group to X, like this. And then let's print X. Anyone's name, but not yours. So what I want to explain in this exercise is you already assigned all those values, right? And then we displayed it to screen and we have all the correct result. But when you change this X to uni, which was integer 10, it became string, right? Okay, I will jump into the question. First, quickly, no, we don't need space always. It's just a convention, and I use space always, but some people doesn't like it, so it's up to you. No difference. If you don't use space, it's the same. But if you have space in the quotation mark, the result is going to be different. And why we don't use indentation in this case? Yeah, definitely, because they are at the same level. So X is 10, name is Sangyeon, and pi 3.14 is done is true. They are in the same level. If you want to put one of these in a, for example, for loop for X is in range 1 on 10, something like that, you can already see the red on the underline, which means error. We need to put it. We need to put the indentation to be under the for loop. So basically, for loop defines the level. Is the level 1 or level 2 or level 3, first level or second or third level. So when you want to put some block of code under a certain for loop or condition or function or whatever, then you use indentation. Okay, you will get it. When I'm writing autocomplete like suggestions pop up, how can I insert those? Yeah, I know there is this, right? It must be tap. But don't use it much at the moment because it is important process to getting used to typing those functions and variables with your fingers. It's just a muscle memory. At some point, you will do this coding while you are sleeping. You need some memory. Indentation is not usually for conditional code, but it is must for conditional or for loop or functions. I will find some better explanation on when the indentation will be needed by next week or during this break. Okay, then I will explain it. And we're gonna have about 9 minutes break until 4 o'clock KST, and then we will come back. And then I will have Priyami for this collect. See you in 9 minutes.
Priyami, Sangyan can go to, like, Sangyan can show you now how to create a Google Colab. So if you have a Google account, then you should be able to create your own notebooks, Google Colab notebooks on your own drive. So if you open your drive, and if you follow the steps that Sangyan shows you now,
Yeah, thanks, Uni.
Sangyan, can you show her real quick? I can only see your previous tab.
No problem. Give me 1 second.
Thank you. Chaeyoung?
I opened the link that you shared with me, Uni.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I tried to basically follow what Shangan was showing. I don't know if I'm pronouncing the name right. And it did generate the codes that print X, print name, print pi. But I don't know if it is getting saved. And because there is a message which says that it's unable to save.
It's because that has been created on our shared drive for a test purpose. And you probably don't have the permission to write on it. So if you create your own Google Colab file, then you should be able to save it.
Okay.
Hi, Chaeyoung. So as Uni just explained, you need a colon in the end of a for loop or function definition or if conditions before you put indentation for the next code line. It is like English, but better than English, I think. At least the rule is fixed.
I'm not able to follow you, Shanjan.
Okay, Sangyan. Oh, sorry. Priyami. Sorry, I just called my name. So Priyami. So let's go through one by one. We're gonna do here.
Correct. So do I use the link which Unili shared with me?
Let me see the link. Yes, you can use this link. Yeah. Let's use this one.
So this is the link which I got from Uni.
Sure. As far as you can use it, not able to save it, doesn't matter. You can create it on your own Google Drive later so that you can save it.
Okay.
And if you have any trouble in installing on your making it on your own Google Drive, let us know by email or whatever. So what we are going to do here, Priyami, is X, just type it as I'm writing. X equals 10. Name equals, I'm not going to use the same one. I'm going to use someone else's name. Jinsu. And then pi is always 3.14. What was the last one?
It's done.
It's done. Thank you. It's already here.
Yeah.
Now this time I'm going to use force. Right? And then we can print it. Say print X. Print name. Print pi. Print is done. And then you can do shift enter.